Hi everyone, good afternoon. We are live. My name is Virtue Oto and I'm the CEO of E-Classic Cakes here in Nigeria. I am a cake designer and today we have a very important and beautiful topic to discuss. Hi,
Hello.
Jimmy.
Yeah. Good
Okay,
morning,
so good morning.
everyone.
I'm excited to see you.
Thank
Okay, so I just introduced myself. My name is Betty Oto and I'm the CEO of V-Classic Cakes.
Okay.
And all the way from Ghana, I have Jumi Maduka. So she'll tell us a bit about herself and we can start.
Okay. My name is Jumoke Maduka, and currently I'm based in Ghana. So I'm a content creator right now. I have other portfolios, but for now, for the reason of this live video, let's just leave it as content creator, right? So,
Yeah,
so we'll be talking about cake
cake.
business. This is our project, giving us, the things she knows about cake business and all she has done, for herself all this while, how she has built an empire. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, so how she has built an empire. So I'm seeing Mrs. Mercy, Honor and Matthew. Welcome to this live.
4 years ago, my mom was into cake making. She was also a banker actually, but it was like a side business she was doing. So that's where I first of all picked the interest, and then kept, learning and learning until when I now discovered through it I had a passion for it. Hi, MZ Effects, thank you for joining. So
Sorry,
first of all, from the interest, it now grew to something I was extremely passionate about. So that was how I started. Then most times she would go to work and then she would give me, some cakes when she has some orders. She would give me cakes, to bake for her and decorate and all that. So that was where and how I started baking. But I actually started professionally in 2010 because I had to go for a professional training, not just what I learned from my mom. So for me, that's when I really started and decided to do the cake business when I went for my first professional training. So that's like 12 years now.
wow, that's been a long one. Okay, so what is cake business like today in today's world? What is it like?
If it's something you're passionate about, it's worth it. So, but cake business generally, for me, because I have a passion for it, I love it. So whatever challenges that come, both increase in price and other light challenges and all that, we still have a way to cope with it.
Okay. I was about going there, but you've answered the question kind of. So, what are the challenges? You're talking about the challenge. So, what are the challenges?
Here in Nigeria, increase in the cost of materials. In fact, it's like when you go to the market to buy things today, it's maybe let's say flour. You might go to the market today to buy flour. The next time you're going again, maybe 2 weeks time, they'll tell you it has increased.
It's
So
the
at
same
some
thing.
point, I was asking them, the price has increased. I was asking them, is it that it's just bakers that this price increase is affected here in Nigeria? So in fact, that's one of the major, you know, challenge challenge we're actually facing. Then also you have light challenge, these two. And then sometimes customers, because of the increase in price, they tell you stuff like your cake is expensive, this and that. So basically, this week,
Okay. But what you said, there are still success stories now. So can you try? Can you guys give us the success story since you became a professional in 2010? So what are the
Sure.
success
2010.
for the past 12
Okay.
years?
It's been from glory to glory. Okay, I can remember when I started baking in to 2010, like professionally. Before I went for my professional class, I I was doing my youth service then, so that's when I started baking. So I started with cupcakes. I would then I was supplying the school where I was serving cupcakes, maybe 200 naira worth of cupcakes, and I was so excited. Maybe I might not even make so much profit because then they sell either 15 naira or so. So sometimes if you can give 4, 5, 6, and you know, for me that was a good beginning for me because I had to learn a whole lot. So from that, I graduated to my first birthday cake, and that was given to me by someone who was living in that school. And I remember the person paid me, was it 2,000 or so? And I was so excited to do my first birthday cake. So from that birthday cake, and then I hadn't even done my professional training. So from that birthday cake, I now graduated to making someone's wedding cake. My first wedding cake was 6,000 naira. When I see the picture, I always laugh. And then in my mind, this was the best. It was just two steps with plenty ribbons here and there, wired to one point to the other. And then from there, I think someone that saw that now gave me another wedding cake. There was also another funny one where I made 16, it was, the charge was 16,000. So it has been from one level of glory to the other. Then immediately after my youth service, the money I was able to save, and I went for my training. And not just that, I've been improving on a daily basis. So basically, that's it.
Okay, now this question is going to be, so how do you cope moving from one place to the other? Like you're not in one particular place, so
Location.
it's like you keep your customers. How are you still able to, still get your business on the map? I think I need to. How are you still able to keep get your business on the map? Being that today you're here, the next minute you can't really say this is where you're going to be. So how are you coping with that and your business?
Okay, so the best thing that happened to me was getting my business on Google Map. In fact,
Okay.
it's part of the training. When I get to talk about how to start a cake business, it's there too. I was able to get my business on Google Map, and since then, what I do is when I get to a location. In fact, this is my secret. When I get to a location, I register that location's address on Google Maps. So when people, go on Google and they're like cakes, because currently I'm in Calabar, like cakes in Calabar, your name or that name V Classic Cakes comes up. In fact, I just had an order I delivered I think 2 days ago. 2 days ago, someone called me from Canada, but the person he wanted to give the cake to is here in Calabar. So that's how I cope majorly. But because of distance, for now, there are locations I can't be able to send cakes to because of the bad road and all that. So most times I don't try to take that risk. I try to maybe refer another baker in that state. But this is what helps me be in business. And then secondly, I also have other businesses that I do, like maybe cake and chin, not just cakes. So this is what helps me. Then I also have a company, fabric and Trebio Fabrics, where I sell Ankara materials and then also t-shirts. So that's what helps me to cope with moving from one
Multiple
location
sources
to
of
the
income, basically. Okay, so what you're saying is that for example, now you're in Calabar. Tomorrow, if you move to maybe Abuja or even Lagos, so you just maybe quickly put your business on the
Address.
your business.
Yes. Yes, because I already have a business registered on Google Maps, so they're able to trust me. And I already have people reviewing my business. Like when customers buy from me, I tell them to drop a review.
Okay.
So that review helps you to rank highest. Like someone Googled and she was like, cakes in Calabar. She said, my that name, V Classic Cakes, was like number 5 on the,
App.
like from
On
the
the review.
first to five, from the first to five, that the name popped up from the first to 5 names. So
Okay.
there are locations where it comes up as number 1. If you're in a location very close to me, it comes up as number 1 name in that location. So that's it basically. And what other question?
I said, okay, so for example, now you're moving to another state in
Yes, I
Nigeria.
just put the name. Yeah, that's what I do.
Now, this one is a new one. I have learned something.
Yes,
learned something.
that's what I helped me because I have many people calling me from my former location because of distance. I just refer that baker because the stress, the risk of transporting cakes, if it was something else. So, but because for every location I go to, I enroll the business with the current address I have because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I work from home. So as soon as I enroll that name, whenever people want cakes, okay, like imagine someone calling me from Canada, and that's not the first person. I've had people call me from UK. I've had people, and I even love the quality of customers it brings for me because when I tell them prices, they don't even
They know.
bargain.
Yeah.
They don't bargain. They're like, it's even cheap. And they pay me. Like the one that called me was about early hours in the morning. He paid immediately. Within 10 minutes of our discussion, I'd already wired the money and I had to deliver. I delivered. It was a surprise cake. So that's what has kept me, moving from one location. That's basically what has helped me.
Okay, for those joining us, we're talking about how to start a cake business. And the question we just asked was, how do you, because of a kind of movement, because we get to move a lot. So I was asking, how does she still keep her customers, or maybe in a new environment where she finds herself, how does she like get more customers? So she talked about Google Map, like putting your business on the map. So whatever state you find yourself, or anywhere you find yourself, you can easily, you know, right? People can easily find you when they go for reviews, or when they check reviews about maybe cakes in Calabar. For example, she's presently in Calabar. So when they check her out, they easily call her for business. And I find that very interesting. So give us tips on how to bake a cake. Yeah.
Is it on how to bake a cake or on how to start a cake business?
Okay, how to start a cake business. How to start a cake business.
Okay, so like my life coach, David Ibiome, will always say, he said, any business without profit is not a business. So that he always says that, and it rings in my mind at all times. So now we're talking about a cake business, and a cake business is simply a business that bakes and sells cakes for profit. That's just the simple layman definition. You get. Hi, Grace Shelby. That's one of my students. Okay,
Okay.
so now, so for today, we're addressing people that really want to run the cake business, not like someone that is doing cake business, cake as a hobby. Okay, so number one thing on how to start a cake business, the first thing I always want to address is the passion and genuine interest in baking. Okay, because passion helps you not to burn out fast. If you have a passion and genuine interest in baking, it will help you not to burn out fast, because the truth is baking, to bring out that masterpiece, it will take time and it takes patience. And if you don't have passion, you know, forget it. You won't be able to cope with all the stress that comes with baking. People always see the beautiful work of art. They don't know how or what goes into it. So that's my number one advice. Just make sure that you have passion and genuine interest for baking before even going into it, because sometimes you have to decorate for hours, you know.
The
Then,
creativity.
yes. And then also passion will make you search out for ways to be creative in the business. If you don't have passion, you just do it anyhow. So now if you don't have a passion for baking, just forget it. Okay, then number two is training, training, training. Emphasis, training, training, training. Because yes, some people say they will just go to YouTube. YouTube, you will learn a lot, but I think for a beginner baker, it's better to train hands-on, like live training with someone who will guide you. One of the things, there are lots of things that training helps you to do. It helps you minimize your mistake. Not that it will completely eliminate all mistakes, because as human beings, even when baking, we make mistakes, no matter how maybe professional you are. So it will reduce the mistake. It will help you save a lot of time. Then it will help you save costs. That cost that you spend in wasting a lot of time, doing, trying out this one, trying out that one, trying out, you try out this one, it doesn't work, try out ahead. So it will also help you save time. And then another thing that also training helps you does is that you automatically get the person that's going to train you, who is your coach now. You just have the person now to guide you. You understand? Which YouTube may not do. This person, you make a mistake, or you're trying to get something, or you don't understand something, you can easily call on this your coach to help guide you. So it helps give you that coaching guide, and it also helps to give you proven recipes. You can always go to YouTube and get cakes and all that. Some cakes that work outside the country, in other countries, might not really work here for us. There are some recipes I see, by the time I bake it, there's so much sugar in it, and I'm like, and most of my customers tell me they don't want too much sugar. So going for a training, like we're organizing a training, that is to start on the 19th of April, but basically to help students who are at home, because Nigerian students are, some of them are on strike, most of them are on strike. So it's just to help them, learn a skill while they are at home. So we're actually doing a cake training that's coming up on the 19th, but the registration ends on 15th of April. So anyone that's interested and is here in Calabar, because it's a hands-on training, can always just chat me up so I could. Hi, Carolee. Thank you for joining us.
Caro
Okay,
Sky.
can always. Okay, so that's it. Training helps you to reduce mistakes, helps you to save time, it helps to give you proven recipes you can even start working on as a cake designer. It also helps you eliminate, it helps you get results faster than trial and error. Then the third thing, the first thing I said was
Passion.
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 The second thing is training, training, training. And the third thing is practice, practice, practice. You can never, underestimate the power of practice. Practice what you have learned. And when you have practiced, give out some of those cakes to friends. I have Karoski here. He's one of the people that always come up and tell me, see, that coconut cake you posted, I want to taste it, send my own sharp. And she will even be shouting on top. So give out to friends. I did that a lot when starting out, and I still do it. You try out these recipes that you have gotten from your training. Give out free cakes for people to taste. Now, the only thing they have to, by tasting it, see what they're going to help you do. They'll help you get better, because you're going to ask them for feedbacks. How
Yeah.
do I improve better on these cakes? What can I do? Is there anything I can do? And then
And
also, those feedbacks are very important.
sure.
Yes, because you're going to use them to on social media. And there's something about feedbacks. When people see that you have feedback, because most of the people that contact me on Google, Karolski says she's a beneficiary. So most of the people that contact me
On
on
Google.
Google, yes, they always tell me your reviews on Google, they are nice. And see, there's something because I'm also into the technology space, not just baking, but I do some technology stuff like website designing, graphic design, but for bakers, I also teach that. So one of the things that helps with your Google ranking is your reviews.
Yeah.
If you have good reviews, God will keep promoting. When they say cake businesses in Calabar, your name will come up first. So the more reviews and positive reviews you have, the more Google, they call it SEO ranking, the more search engine optimization, the more you rank high on Google, and the more you get businesses. Like I mentioned that someone contacted me from Canada 2 days ago to bake cakes um, for someone here. So that's it. That's one good thing about getting feedbacks from people that eat your cake. So they should not just eat it for free.
Give feedback.
Caroline, I'm coming for my
I
feedback.
love
So we said you're a
feedback.
beneficiary. Eh?
No, I love the word feedback because it's actually very important. In fact, it's not just in cake, in any business you do actually. You need feedback to know, okay, critique me. It does a lot of times people always feel criticism is not all criticism is actually hate, right? So criticism is
Mhm.
just to help you get better.
Yeah.
So I love the word you use when you said feedback. Very
Feedback,
important.
very important, very key. So
Mm.
now that's the third thing. Remember, I said practice what you have learned, and then when you have baked those cakes, give out, be generous, give out, and then get feedbacks, both positive and negative. Then work on the negative feedbacks to get
Yeah,
better. While
yeah.
you showcase your positive feedbacks, I don't think you can showcase the negative ones, except maybe
Cool.
customers comment negatively on your post, but you look for a way to handle it, but not you now, showcasing, except maybe you're trying to teach people something, and then
Mm.
you have a way, you must have a way to balance it. Okay, so now after number three, which is practice, the next thing is check for a business name availability, very important. And
Business
then business name, if
name.
your business name is available, like in Nigeria, and then register the business. In Nigeria, we register with CAC. So the simplest form of the simplest registration is business name. You can do corporate name registration when you have limited liability company and all that. But the simplest one is having a business name registration, and it's cheaper. There was even a time they were registering for 5,000. So like they reduced the price and all that. But now I think it has gone up. So get an attractive name. Don't look for one ambiguous name that people cannot pronounce. Maybe okay, sons, bros, this, that. Plenty names.
Usually,
Look for attractive names. Name.
when you give yourself a name, it shouldn't be more than 3 letters or sorry, 3 words. Any business
Mm-hmm.
should do more than
Mm.
3 words. I think I know
Words.
that one. Yes,
Yeah.
like, but if you're saying V classic cakes, just like your own is 3 words. But when it gets too lengthy, people might not be able to remember them.
Yes. And you get to confuse people. So, but also it's good to also add cake to the name so that people actually know this is what you
So
do.
that's your
Some
niching down.
people do niching down. Some people do general name um,
Empire.
registration. Yes, you can do that, and then now do a trademark. Like now,
Yeah.
Vicati Cakes is a trademark under it's a trademark under V Classic International Events. So
Okay.
now, after CAC, but for a start, you can start with CAC, but to advance and now get more serious, you need to get a trademark of that name. And trademark, it's I think Ministry of Trades and Industry. You
Commerce.
register it, yes, Industry Commerce in Abuja. You register that name as a trademark. So now anyone that uses that name, you can sue the person. So people will not use because they have different classes. Like the classic cake is registered under class 30. So that class 30 has to do with all confectionaries. So now nobody in Nigeria can but that's the advanced stage. But even start with business name, because we are currently working on NAFDAC registration. So one of the requirements that you have to do a trademark, because you can even go to do a trademark and your business name, the one you use for CAC, is already taken. So you can't use it. You have to look for another name. So that's why I think the ultimate is even the trademark. Do you get? So that's it. But at least start with a business name for those that are starting. Then check also in your country, like some countries like US, they have cottage laws, plenty requirements. Just make sure that you're obeying those laws. About quality control, make sure everything about quality control. So that comes with business name registration. Then in Nigeria, before you can go into industrial production, where you now send out your cakes to supermarkets to sell, you are meant to get NAFDAC registration number. In fact, it's against the law. That's why you see NAFDAC going to some supermarkets and shutting them down, because they're selling products, now commercialized products, without NAFDAC number. So these are the things you all need to find out. But if you're just starting out, maybe you just want to bake from home and all that, just do your business name registration and you'll find, as you grow, you can now do your trademark. Okay, so that's it for that. The reason why I also advise that nobody should promote a business without registering that business first, because you can be sued for name violation. Yes.
Cannot.
Imagine promoting,
What if it's
yes, you
an
can be
business?
sued.
What if it's
Sorry.
an online business like Instagram? Like you use Instagram to market your business. Do you still need to do that?
Yes, you have to register your name, because if you're promoting a name, let's say V Classic Cakes, and then you decide not to register the business, and someone else registers that name and even goes ahead to register a trademark, that person can sue you that even started promoting the business name like 10 years ago. So have you seen the reason why you have to register this? That's why it's number 4. After dealing with training and practice, you have to register your business name, so that you avoid the pain of having to promote a business and then discover that you're even promoting someone else's business. Okay, and then having to start afresh to promote another business.
Because
And then also,
I asked the question because
yes,
of, you talked about students being on strike. Somebody's trying to start very small. Do you understand? So maybe registering a business might not be the first thing on their mind. Do you get? So maybe they still want to promote that business on their maybe personal page, and why they might not
yes,
want
they
to.
can promote on their personal page, but it's also important that you're promoting that business as a name. Okay, now imagine you're answering in Kechi Okoro. So how do people get to, except, okay, if you're answering Kechi Okoro and you intend to use, let's say, Catch Cakes,
Okay.
why using that name? Work at registering it,
Okay.
because if someone else has that name, like a legal, they call it patent, something like that, if it's a trademark, is the person's property. The person can sue the other person using that Catch Cakes, even if you have been promoting that business for 10
Or
years now. So that's important. And do you know, funny enough, CAC, sometimes, like there was a period, I even sent the link to a lot of my friends. They were registering for free. Just go to an agent, they register for free. Sometimes they do promo because they really want everybody's business to be registered. So there's no excuse whether you're starting or you're not starting, except you want to get to a point where you now get to CAC, someone has registered that name, you now start afresh to promote another name. So the best thing you can do if you're just starting out is to use your name. Like, I have a personal page, Vetri Auto. I can just be posting cakes, let people know that I do cakes. You understand? So when I'm now ready to register, I now choose a name that is available at that point. So maybe that's what someone that is just starting out can do.
okay. So more points.
So that's it. Then, okay, after that, the next thing you have to talk about now is costing. In
Costing.
fact, costing now is so sensitive because prices are increasing on a daily. Like I can remember when I went to the market, I wanted to buy, was it butter or so? They
It's
told me
actually the same.
17,000. The last one, 17,000 naira. The last one I bought was 20K. 3,000 in like less than 1 week or 2 weeks that I went to make
It's
inquiries.
actually here. Like everything is go to the market today, the next by the time you're going the next 2, 3 weeks, the prices are no more the
So
same.
it's so crazy right now. So, but the best thing to do is keep costing and cost with the current price. If not, you will discover that you're not making profit. And if you're not making profit, you're not in business. So now, price your cakes accurately. Include the direct cost and indirect cost. Direct cost is, let's say, flour, sugar, butter. And then some other indirect costs include salary.
Salary.
Hi, Mr. Henry Okazu, thank you for joining. All the way from US. Welcome. Okay, so that's it. The direct costs are the ones you're using directly to produce that cake, like your flour, your sugar. Make sure you have the
Prices.
exact
Right.
prices down to grams, down to kilograms. I even have an Excel sheet I used to calculate it on Excel so that it gives me, I know what I'm actually putting into a particular cake. Then I now know my markup, what I'm adding to the cake. The indirect cost includes cost of maybe electricity, um, you know,
That's
rent, if you're paying for rent, shop space, then salaries. So there was this training I did with Toyin Aralepo. She's very good, very good. She's very good in accounting, stuff about accounting. So that's when she even opened our eyes in that training to cost your indirect cost, adding it to the cost of your product, every product. So she broke down the class so much that every single product you produce has the indirect cost and direct cost in it. So for me, that was golden. So anyone that can just follow her and learn more from her, you can chat her up. Toyin Arale, she's into accounting stuff. So that's it. Then also price according to your value. Because there's some cakes you spend so much, you have to, the cakes might come out small, but you have actually wasted a lot of cakes behind trying to carve out, let's say you're carving out a school bag, you're carving out a car, you're carving out, cake, a lot of things. So just ensure that you're also pricing according to the value, the number of hours you put into your baking, the number. Someone that is just baking maybe a simple cupcake, you can't compare the price to when you're taking time, you're trying to carve, a school bag, you're trying to carve shoes, you're doing all that. So cost according to the value, you're bringing to your cakes. And then also please, in accounting, you know accounting has to do with a whole lot. Try ensure that you're doing good record keeping, for your cakes, for what you bought, how much you bought it. Then at the end of the month, you take your stock inventory. Make sure you're doing inventory management. Let's say there's something called FIFO, first in, first out. The products that come in first, like eggs, should leave your bakery first. In other words, if you buy egg today and you're buying another egg tomorrow, just mark those ones so that you know you're using the one you bought today. You get, so that you also reduce your cost so that those things don't get bad. Then another aspect of how to start a cake business is in the branding. Branding is everything. Like I'm wearing, I don't know if you can see, I'm wearing my um, t-shirt,
okay. You're
with the company
wearing
name
the
V Classic Cakes, yes, on
okay,
it.
Vikla.
V Classic Cakes on it. And it's very important. Branding is simply creating a strong, positive, perception or impression to people about your cakes. Your brand should leave a picture, a good picture in the mind of your clients. When they think about what they think about. My life coach too, David Ibiun, will always say, that autograph anything you do with excellence. So try to do, anything you want to do, autograph it with excellence. So let people know that this brand is known for excellence. And then there are some elements involved in branding: your logo, your design, your color, the tone of your message. Are you a funny person? Is your brand, you want your brand, to be known for pushing out funny content and all that, messages. So all those things are, you put them in place. You brand your t-shirts, of course, your logo, I've already mentioned that. Even your packaging, down to your cake packaging. So you can start out with the white boxes with stickers, then you go to branding, having branded boxes and all that. So that's it for branding, like a summary. Ensure that whatever picture the customers have in mind about your brand is a good one. So then the seventh one is marketing. So marketing is basically letting people know what you do. And the way the world is now, the world is everyone. It's easy for you to just go global. It's easy for you to meet different people in different countries. Easy for you to show people in different countries what you do. And it's easy for people all over the world to buy from you. So it may not just be cakes, other products that you have, it could be a book on cakes, because there are some places or countries or places you can't send your cakes to, but there are other products that can benefit the whole world. So you have to market, and one of the ways to market is having social media presence. Open, an Instagram handle for that your business, then promote it. It could be on Facebook, Instagram. And also remember that it's not the best bakers in the world that have the most customers, but the bakers that show up. It's not the best bakers that have the most, that has the highest number of customers, but the bakers that actually even show up and tell people what they do. They are the ones that have lots of customers, because they are in people's faces at all times. So when people close their eyes, they just see them, So that's it. Let your customers remember you when they think about cakes. Then you have your social media account. Then know your target audience. Like there are some people that do castle cakes, and that's their thing. Like final touch cakes is very good with castle cakes, So just know your people that you're targeting. Some people do just cupcakes and they're okay with it. Some people do. I have a friend in. Hey, I have a friend that does in Abuja, that does just whipped cream. She says she's tired of fondant. Fondant takes a lot of stress. She does only whipped cream cakes, and she's doing very well. Okay, so that's it. Basically, ensure that whatever you're doing, you're marketing your product, and people are seeing what you're doing. So educate people on your page, inform people, inspire people, tell them about your cakes, snap pictures, post pictures of your cakes on Instagram, Facebook, and just be in the faces of people. And then remember, I told you to get feedbacks. So whatever feedbacks they send to you, maybe on WhatsApp, screenshot it and post. Someone might send you a feedback. This cake is so nice, it's lovely. Screenshot it. You don't have to put the person's phone number and name. There's a way you screenshot it and then remove the phone number and all that, and just post those reviews. But at least people will see that this was a chat. Maybe this was a WhatsApp chat. Then I think finally, also I said post reviews. Then if you're just starting out and you can't afford a website, okay, fine. But if you can also have a website where people can order your products and all that. So now the last one I want to talk about is to leverage relationships. Very important. And then leverage relationship, upgrade your knowledge and your skills. Okay, so relationship is everything. My life coach again, David Ibiome, he said that 2 things that will change your life are the books you read and the people you associate with. So now follow top bakers on Instagram. Like there are so many top bakers on Instagram. We have Dripples Cakes, you know, these are our role models, people we look up to.
Dribble.
Follow
In
them. Hmm?
dribbles.
Sorry?
That is cake.
Yeah, she's in Port Harcourt. She's very good. Dewdrops cakes, a lot of them doing great things. KJ's cakes, Dainty Affairs, they are doing massive things. Lizzie's Cakes and Crafts. A lot of us, out there, people we look up to. You can just follow them, and then because so most of them travel out of the country to even learn the latest trends, and on their page they teach, they post free content that is so valuable. Kindly follow them so that you actually know. Okay, someone is saying fluffy, yeah, fluffy diva cakes. There are a lot of them. Dewdrops. Kindly, Mercy Honor, thank you. And then we have snowflakes. We even have Tosan cakes by Tosan. He made the tallest cake in Africa. We have Final Touch cakes. A lot of cake gurus in.
Sorry, and that even reminds me. Did you see the cake, Jenny's Glow? To it,
Yes, that's Final Touch cakes, and these cakes is trending like crazy. I even had to
okay.
post it on my page. That he charged 10 million for that cake.
So I heard.
So follow these guys, follow them. Then if you also check out like if I'm to rate myself, I might just say I'm on like a 60 because I have a whole lot I want to learn. So if you check out my page and you see, okay, I'm even doing higher than what you're doing currently, follow me by all means, follow Vikasi Cakes. You will learn. And this program, we're going to be having other episodes. Follow us. Thank you. Pastor Chukwudo Sumaduka. He said, well done, ladies. Thank you, sir. Okay, so follow them. Follow us. Follow Cake. There are so many people doing. I follow all of them. And guess what? I learn a lot. Sometimes Dripples will come, she'll just do one free tutorial like that. I'm even like waiting for when she'll do her master class. They have free classes and they also have paid classes. The ones you can afford, please just do it because it will help you to upgrade. Cakes, initially we were doing blunt edges and maybe flat kind of cakes, but now trending cakes are tall cakes and with sharp edges. So don't remain in the past. I'll be baking for my grandmother. Even grandmothers now have upgraded. They don't want all those kind of cakes. They want, current latest cakes. Simple but classic cakes. So that's why you need to follow them. You will learn new things. You will definitely learn new things. And another thing too is that most of these top bakers do freebies, free gifts. Some of them come up maybe on their birthdays, they want to train someone for free. You might just be favored and you get all those opportunities and your life will not remain, your cake life will not remain the same again. I can remember when I joined Naomi Osemedwa. She's my business and visibility coach. She actually taught me what I'm doing on live videos as one of the ways to create visibility for your business. I can remember when she was organizing a free challenge and she now said she needed help for people to join her, which it was a privilege for me. I joined sharply. And that was how all of us were added to a WhatsApp group. From that WhatsApp group, we planned that challenge and it was successful. And then about 11 of us came together. We surprised her, like gave her some gifts and all that. And so she now said we're her inner circle members and stuff. She now gave us, each and every one of us, her master class was worth $1,500. She gave it to us for free. And we joined her master class. So that's where I learned what I'm doing, even how to create books, ebooks, how to do create visibility for your business. So most of these people, like, okay, today Kima Cakes, today is even her birthday. She's in Uyo. She's very good. In fact, most of them are nice. They can easily answer your questions. Like Kima, I've probably met her only once, but anytime I call on her to ask questions, maybe if I'm confused about something, she always responds. So learn, leverage relationships. For me, people, if I see someone is willing to learn, if you ask me questions, I'm always willing to answer. So, but it's not like you just come and expect the person to pick the person's brain completely. But there are some questions that someone can easily answer freely. The only people you can be able to do that for, like, is someone that is already your coach. Let's say you've paid for their classes. Most of my paid classes, I can easily ask them questions and they answer me. Okay, so that's it. But ask questions. Those that answer you fine. Those that don't answer, you still move on. So that's a leverage relationship. That's how to grow. That's how to upgrade your skill. Then YouTube, check out for latest videos and stuff. That you can learn. So many things to learn. Just leverage relationships and then grow from there. Plus, after that's number 8, and that's my last point for how to start a fake business.
All
So
right.
basically,
Okay, so we forgot to ask if anybody has questions, they can actually drop it and
yeah,
they can drop their
there,
question. They can actually
yes,
drop
there's
it in
this.
the don't have a lot of comments.
Yes, yes, yes.
And so they can just drop it in the comment section so she can answer all your questions about getting into the cake business, putting your business on the map, and all that. Though she has already answered some of these questions, but probably you came late. There were a lot of things you were not here when she mentioned, and you want to know about cake business. Please quickly drop it in the comment section. She's going to be answering you. So tell us about the training coming. Your
Okay,
training coming.
so for this training, we are doing a 60% discount, basically for students that are currently on strike, because we want to empower them. So now we took like 60% off the price, and the cost currently is just 15,000, which will cover cost of materials basically and other things. So we want to encourage people that want to learn, how to bake. If you're currently in Calabar, because it's a live class, it's a hands-on class, it's not an online class. Just enroll for it. And then we're also calling on people that want to sponsor. You know, you have people you want to sponsor to make them better, especially people that have passion for cakes, cake baking, cake business. So this will be an opportunity also. So we'll be teaching them how to, we'll start with cake theory, starting from what is cake in the first place, the types of cakes, how to, different methods and ways you can make your cakes, introduce them to baking materials and equipment and items. Then we'll now go into practicals where we'll bake at least 4 to 5 different kinds of cakes, and then they also decorate it in buttercream. They also decorate it in fondant, so that by the end of the class, one can, comfortably start a cake business and then grow from there. Because you, like what I taught, you're going to have some recipes, you can practice and improve on while you get better at your baking. So that's basically what this training is all about. It's a giveaway, you know, like Easter
So
bonus for,
Calabar, we would definitely be interested. Maybe an undergraduate that is currently in the house, instead of them staying in
yes,
the come and learn how to bake cakes. So you can actually visit Classic Cakes, check our page, you're gonna see the advert there. So it almost seems as if nobody asked question. Please, if you have a question, comment section, she will answer right away. Yeah, so any other thing you want to tell us?
that's basically it. So I'm sure in more episodes of this Baker's Corner, will be teaching stuffs about, marketing your cakes, even learning other side businesses you can do that is also related to cake business. then also leveraging technology as a baker, and lots
Okay.
of other interesting
Okay.
episodes. So,
All right. So I want to everybody like
thanks
they
for
enjoyed
joining.
our live video today. Where is Messi Honor? I'm seeing I'm seeing Lolly B. I'm seeing Auntie Sonia. So if you enjoyed our live
Okay,
video,
Matt is there.
eh?
Okay,
Yeah.
Winnie just joined.
Okay. I'm sure you learned a thing or two today. Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
Matt says I've gotten a lot.
Okay. We appreciate that. All right. We'll be having another live class. We are going to advertise on the page. We can't really say for now when it will be, but very, very soon we'll organize another live class where we'll talk about another aspect of cake business, So maybe subsequently to we can have other people join us, right?
Yes, yes. Sure.
Yeah. Also into, okay, she has a question about costing. Please go ahead and ask your, please, Mercy, just go ahead and ask. Okay, so as I was saying now, subsequently we'll be having other people join us to talk about their own experience in cake business and even other kinds of businesses. Yes, because
Mm.
there are people who might want to go into other kinds of things. Okay, I'm not too clear about this thing, or I'm not too clear about this side of business I want to go into. So we could be bringing somebody up, to come and talk about that business, especially somebody that has been into the business, they have success story in this particular business. So Mercy, please, you are waiting for your question. Yeah, I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so you should throw more light on costing.
On costing. Okay, like I said, when costing, you would require to add both your
Direct and
direct cost and indirect costs, basically.
explain what you mean by direct cost again. What are your direct costs and
Direct
what are
cost, like I said, your direct costs are the cost. Those costs like flour.
she said sometimes as you did the cake
After
for
that, it
free.
feels like I just did take for free.
That thing because
Okay,
sometimes because you've already you built the customer, right? And you now come back and find that a lot of things have changed based on maybe the last month. Does it mean you have to be doing market survey almost every time? Or when a customer asks you for maybe the price of maybe how many inches cake, you have to like do a market survey before you tell them the exact price you're going to give.
okay,
Because
see
most like, eh?
what I do.
Yeah.
I also learned it. I worked with a food company for 5 years, and they are one of the top food companies in Nigeria. So there's something they call food costing. You learn, hi, Ngozi, you'll be welcome. Okay, so you calculate in fact, I use Excel sheets for that. To the last gram, the cost, like flour, 1 kg. Let's say you're buying 3 kg of flour, or you're buying, like I buy maybe a bag of flour. I calculate if I'm going to use 250 grams. I know the cost of that 250 grams. It's a calculation I do on Excel sheet. So, but for someone that is starting that may not even have a system or whatever to work on, you can even start by, let's say you buy flour, 3 kg. If you buy 3 kg of flour, let's say you buy 3,000 naira, and the cake you're baking, you're using only 1 kg of flour. Write the cost of that 1 kg of flour, which is 1,000 naira. For butter, usually nobody will sell less than 1 kg, except maybe you're buying the sachet. Okay, you can even decide to buy the sachet. So write the exact, if you're using 1 kg of butter, write the cost of that 1 kg of butter. Sugar, the same thing. Sugar, if let's say sugar is, I don't know how much because I buy in a bag, like a bag or maybe half bag or quarter bag, you check, you write. I don't know how they sell in cups. Let's say a cup is 200 naira. You write, if you're using all the cup, all the cup of flour, you write the complete amount 200. If you're using like half, you write maybe 100 naira. Do you understand? So that's how you calculate all the costs. Even the packaging, the carton you're buying, if you're buying it 300 naira, also write it there. So when you have calculated that, you check, there's something we call at least minimum of 50% food cost. In other words, if what you wrote down is 3,000 naira, you shouldn't sell that cake less than 6,000 naira. This one is just a safe margin. I'm not saying it's a rule, but it's something that has worked for me. Sometimes I make far more profit than that, but as you're growing, do you get? Because even gas, I used to even write to gas. I know you can't estimate the quantity of gas you use, but I just write something there. That okay, this is the cost of gas I'm using to produce this cake. Then whatever you have gotten, let's say everything you have added up is 3,000 naira. Mercy, I hope you're hearing what I'm saying.
Oh,
Ensure
please.
that maybe that cake, you don't price it less than 6,000. It's safer. Some people might price 5,000. Maybe depending on, maybe you're just starting and you don't have salaries to pay. You understand? You don't have, so it's also okay, it's not bad, but make sure what you're making extra is at least the whatever 3,000 naira, maybe you're making another extra 3,000, but it's not a rule. Most of my cakes I make more than that because I say charge according to your value. But for someone that is starting, this is even a safe place to start for. Then remember that because you're starting, maybe you're starting from home, so your indirect costs might not be much because you're not paying salaries, you're not the other things in, you're not paying rent. Okay, so this other extra money, 50% you're marking up, might cover up for the little things you need to get. And also might also cover up for the, so now what will help you in the increase
But
in, do you understand? What will
my
actually help you even in the increase, the current, increase in price is what I just said now because you're calculating based on the current price of the product. Sorry, the current price of the materials. So now if you now go to the market and 3 kg of flour, which is one bucket, has increased to 6,000, it means your unit cost, what you will now be writing for flour, let's say you're using flour of 1 kg, is now going to be 2,000 instead of 1,000. So that will also help you. So that's a safe place to be.
I want to say
So, but
something.
if you're still starting out,
I want to say something. When you say that, yeah, you're not paying salary, are you not paying yourself too for the
no,
business?
you're paying yourself, but what I mean, you're going to pay yourself, of course, but you're
Yeah,
not paying others. You
because
get, and you're
there are still some people who start business on their own, like they are maybe entrepreneurs. They still decide to subject themselves to monthly salary instead of just taking
yes,
something.
you pay now. It may not even be monthly, it might be per cake that you bake.
Okay, okay, okay,
Because
okay.
you're just starting out. I'm talking to someone that is just starting out. You're not paying, okay, what I should have is it you're not paying much on salaries.
Uh-huh.
So now you can afford to make maybe 3,000, 4,000 on, like a celebration cake. You can make more, you can make less, just depends on you. And then maybe because till when you now gain customers. So what's a professional? Like what I'll charge for, let's say a wedding cake, 4 steps,
Yes.
will not be the same thing that someone like Dripples, people that are established, that are doing, They
Definitely.
have a hair.
Definitely.
People that are like our coaches. So that's why as you're starting out, don't chase people away with your price, but at the same time, remain profitable. So this is a safe place to be, where maybe you're investing 3,000 naira and you're receiving minimum of extra 3,000, because that extra one will take care of other little expenses too.
Okay, so
So
Madam Message, you somebody just joined us. Yeah.
blessed.
Yes, let's Dolly. Dolly Awongo. Hello. Hi. So Madam Message, you understand now? So please, after now, don't run at a loss. Oh. Okay, she says she understands. Yes. So I think that will be all. We don't have any other question. Every other thing is well understood. Right. So me, I personally, I've learned a lot from a lot of things she said. Okay, I'm going to practice that. She said she's going to practice it.
Okay,
So good
that's
luck
fine.
to you.
Mercy.
Practice. Yes. Hi. So personally, I learned a lot putting your business on the map.
Google
So that
Map.
anywhere you yourself, your immediate environment, people can locate you. When almost everything is on Google now. So if you put your business on the Google map, if you're in whatever state you are in Nigeria, your immediate environment can easily locate you. That one is my number one. Thank you for that information. I didn't know anything like that. Yes, thank you for that. So for example, you won't say, because this will help you, you won't say, okay, because I'm in Lagos, tomorrow I'm now in Kwara State, my customers are in Lagos, how am I going to navigate my products and services around these two states? Very simple. Build another community using Google Map, right? That's it.
Yes.
Just build another community. So whether cake, which other business, almost every business can, right?
Every business, you can put your business on Google Map. Although they need verification and all that, but
What kind of
the moment you
verification?
register, you go live, you have to verify that, verify the address. Sometimes they'll tell you to send a mail to them. Sorry, they will send a mail to you. Some other
Okay.
times it might just be fast and they tell you to verify through phone and all that. But whichever way, just make sure your name is on Google
Can,
and is verified
can you
and is live.
please can you quickly talk about it? Yes, we will. Madam Dolly, yes, we will.
Okay, I'll save it. I'll save it. Thank you, ma.
Okay, talk about that
So she's
verification
a
thing.
blessed woman.
Yes, yes, yes,
She's a
yes.
blessed woman. Okay. Okay, ma.
Can you
Okay,
quickly
so
talk
now,
about
okay, so like I said, what has helped me with current, um, you know, meeting up with my business and then current movement from one location to the other is putting my business on Google Map. And how I did that was through Google My Business.
Google My Business?
Yes, just download the app and then follow all the prompts. It's easy. So you get to a point where they will tell you they will verify you by sending a mail to the address you used to register. So just wait for the verification. The moment they verify you, you're good to go. The moment you type, like now, if you type cakes in Calabar, you will see V Classic Cakes, maybe top 1 to 5, because I also have the other SEO stuffs you do, like getting Google ranking, getting people like ranking high in, when they check out your name, getting people to review your cakes, leave comments and all that. But that's the first step, because when people type cakes in Calabar, the first cakes will show up based on the location close to you.
Okay.
All the like the person that contacted me from Canada, he said he saw that my business was open 24 hours because it was around 3 a.m. my time, and thank God that I picked before. 20, 30 minutes, I had sent the money. And these two cakes for someone celebrating. So that's it. Make sure that when you put it on the map, when someone in Canada googles, they'll see V Classic Cakes on the map. So what they usually do is, and make sure you're posting very nice pictures of your product, because there are sections
Review.
where you put up. So they will check the best pictures. Hi, man. That sounds like Indian. Okay, so that's it basically. Then when people Google, so that's what
To
has
me,
helped. Like now, I have people every week. There are sometimes I have up to two, three people calling me from the former location I registered. Some
okay.
of them are mostly outside the country. I had someone calling me from UK. You know, I had someone call me yesterday. Sometimes in a week, I have up to three, four people calling me for cakes to supply in Umuahia. That was where I was before. But I also have people calling me from my current location.
So I
So
think we might need
that's
to do another live video for this, in particular. Do
for
you
Google
get?
my business, right? Okay.
Yes, let's do a different video so that we can, people who might, a lot of people will be interested in this because this
Yeah.
is it can also involves any other kind of business because I'm actually very interested in it. So I don't think we have any
Okay.
questions. Don't worry, we'll put it on our Instagram handle, our Instagram page. One will be hosting maybe another live like this, talking
All
about
right.
how to business on the map, like Google Map.
Google
Wherever
Map, yeah.
find yourself at a particular point in time, people can locate you within that environment because sometimes that's another thing. Like people don't know me. I'm in a new environment. How do people get to know me? And all that. You'd be like, no, before, because there was a challenge we had one time. We're talking about how it's going to take like up to 6 to a year before people can actually know your business, right? If you can remember, there was a discussion we were having, and we're talking about, if you're moving from one location to the other, it's going to take nothing less than 6 to 1
But
year.
now, in fact, what I do is while I'm even in the other location, because the
Yeah,
nature of my husband's job demands that I have to move at the time T, anytime.
yeah.
So while I'm even in the other location waiting to move, I've
Mm,
already registered this new address. So I can even
okay.
start getting calls almost immediately. Do you
Yeah.
get?
So,
And then, but the thing is, as you're registering the business, ensure that maybe people that have already tried your cakes, send them the link, because for each location there is a Google link for
okay.
review.
Don't
Send
worry.
some people. Okay, I'll teach it in another,
Video. Yes,
yeah, another
yes.
video. Yeah.
Is it coming to your training you have upcoming? Is it part of what you're teaching, or is it different thing entirely?
No, that one is just cakes, practice, then teach people about cakes. But this other part is leveraging technology now. And so that's the space where I'm operating now. You know, I've learned how to create website. I'm actually working on my website, creating it. I've created a landing page for one of my ebook. I have a book on cakes, Bake Like a Pro. In fact, every beginner should get that book, because I started by defining what cakes is, and based on my experience, some of the things, and then I taught 15 tips, you know, that can help you bake like a professional. So, you know, that's it. Just get the book if you're
What's the
just
top?
starting out. So it's on my the link is also on my page. Then you can chat me up. So, but what I'm saying is, this other Google business now is mostly leveraging technology, because
Yeah.
that's where the world is now, digital products. So I teach people also how to create ebooks. I'm currently transitioning into teaching online courses for bakers, and then that's where this Google my business, how to
Comes in.
position yourself digitally as a baker to be able to get customers. For me, if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're always moving location, that's the number one secret, to ensure your name is on Google Map, your business name. So that's why you see where registering a business is very important, because registering the business name, because you might use another business name, and then you're busy promoting another name and your name is not registered. Someone can
Oh,
easily sue you and all that. So that's why you also have to, before you can even do that, except you're just registering maybe your name, but mostly it's
okay.
business, because they call it Google My Business.
So talk about your YouTube channel too.
Okay, so I just started, rebranded my YouTube channel. So I'm currently working on some videos. The next video I want to post is on how to make fondant. That's part of visibility. I also learned that from Naomi Osemedwa. She taught about visibility, how to grow your business. So that's one of the ways. But YouTube is a lot professional. So that's
Okay. Okay, but you have the link on your bio.
yes. My
Okay.
YouTube is on my bio, but it's just virtuoso.
Okay.
I'll put up the link.
All right. So I think we might need to end it here today. It's been a very insightful one, talking about how to start a cake business, then the technology part of any kind of business. Though that one we're going to comprehensive video on that, but we'll be posting maybe the flyer, on our channels, on our Instagram handles. So when you get to see it, just anticipate that live streaming. See, don't say it's not cake. It's not just cake. We're going to be talking about the how to like put any business you have currently on Google Maps. So wherever you find yourself, if you're the type that you're always moving from one place to the other, people can definitely locate that your business. So very soon, maybe can we do it this week or weekend or when you're ready?
Now, Wednesday next week, we should be able to do that.
Okay,
Latest
between
Wednesday. Now,
weekend is
Wednesday.
I think weekend is better, right? So what do you think?
I'll check. Maybe
Okay.
weekend or Monday or Tuesday, thereabout, but between now and Wednesday.
Okay.
We might do it weekend too.
For
I'll
those that are
just
still at some point the thing went up, I think people were just coming to check what we are doing. And some left. Madam Mercy, I think you really enjoyed this live stream, right? Then somebody just joined us, Favor Daniel.
yes. Hi, Favor.
Eh?
Yes, Favor Daniel.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining our live
Thank
video.
you.
So